Hello and welcome to my first part of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PS4. At some point, probably will be jumping across onto the PS5. Fortunately, the scene is blocked at the moment because I'm in a I'm currently in my character select screen, so clearly it won't let you see the character select screen. So what we'll do is I will go back to the main menu and play the epic intro, which will probably get me copyrighted, but I've tried my best to turn the music off, but which I can do about that. Actually, you can watch the trailers yourself. So let's make a see if it will actually let you see this screen. No. And actually let you see the configuration screen. Okay, well, interesting. There we are. So now it will let you see what I can see. How nice of it. So this is Final Fantasy XIV. It has been a while since I've actually streamed anything. I thought I would get. I've now got my while deep into this game now, so I know half of what I'm actually doing. I have a decent understanding of the characters. So I'm making a Hyur, which are basically the humans. And how I even Spanish the spell Ezorea right? Well, semi right. I'll correct that in a minute. So the Hyur are said to have do the first travel to Ezorea from surrounding continents and islands. 3 great migratory waves later, they are now the most populous of all civilized races. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both in height and build, and are known for their particular short, stout, rounded ears. Hyurs are well suited to travelling long distances by foot, and a trait that through their account of their swift proliferation. Their espousal in an electric variety of languages and traditions is legacy of their diverse heritage, as is the resulting lack of a unified cultural identity. These are the Eldians, and they are basically the elves. You can read there about their history. And then you have the Ladderfell. We talk, well, basically cats. Rodigan, big stouty Ura, who I've got thanks to being a subscriber. Come from the second expansion. Yeah. So the Hofgraf, who are lions, and of course everyone's favourite bunnies, the Viera.
Uh-huh.
2 clans. We have the Midlander clan comprises of half of the total population of Eorzea's Hyurs, and they have established themselves throughout every city in the realm and lead lives as diverse as their heritage. Trained in letters from infancy, the Midlanders are generally more educated than many other races and clans. Despite the fact that males tend to be slightly taller than females, there are no significant differences between the genders. Highlanders, they were the first Hyur to reach Eorzea. Their name derives from the long tradition of building strongholds in the mountains. Compared to their midland brethren, the Highlanders are noticeably larger in build. Of late, Highlanders have become increasingly rare sight in Eorzea, their number represented almost exclusively by their well-fed Alamigo, who fled. Well-fed? Alamigo, to work in the desert city-state of Udar as mercenaries and sellswords. But we're going to be a midlander.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you agree. I'm going to be too lanky. I'm going to be too small. So we'll be average. Average. That just looks like a face you just want to slap. It's Roogie. Pompadour. This is going to be with me for the entirety of the game, so make sure this is. The score look. Yeah, no. None, you ass. Dude, none. In lip fucking colour. Stupid. I have to go back to the face. Isn't a nope, it's not. How are you, Winky? Oh, I've been playing this. Yeah. Bloody hell. So, how long have I been playing this game? I don't know any comments. Okay. Right, this is decision. I don't actually know what these actually do. But we're going to go with Oshon, who is the ruler of the mountains and god of travellers and vagrants. He commands the elegant wind and is associated with the sixth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Oshon is the brother of Nefal and is a close companion of Halon. He is most often depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of Yo. His symbol is the walking stick. Right, these are the disciplines. So with the disciplines of war, which you have the gladiator. That's the tank. That's tank. Basically, Zell. Ruler is a tank, Lancer is something, and Archer, which we're going to do. I am tempted to do a Fundamarchka. There. Power magic. We'll do an Archer. So, enduring the enduring popularity of the bow is a testament of its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it. Well, pausing the stream. Apologies for that. That was my sister. Well, we were in the middle of talking about my character. I think. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. So, we're going to be an archer. So, the enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to the elegant design, but this simple weapon would be little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it, the archers. Projectile techniques such as higher angle fire enable archers to assail their foes with deadly precision even at great distances. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most adventurous ground from which they loose, as well as the nature of the arrows best suited to their enemy. Together with the longbow centuries of the Elysian military, the shortbow hunters among the Mitoki are widely regarded as the most skilled with the bow. So we're going to be starting in Gridania, the eastern reaches of the Alian landmass, home of a vast and dense woodland of Kursk and coursing rivers, lies the forest nation of Gridania. The cityscape is in a mosaic of labyrinth waterways and great wooden structures, so gracefully constructed that they seem to be part of the surrounding environment. The favoured goddess of the Citerian Sea is Nokofia, the matron, but great faith is also placed in the wisdom of the Seed Seers, young oracles who guide the nation based on the will of the forest elements. Okay, so Archer. Confirm. You have been selected. Raiden is your starting world. No, I would not. I want to go there. I want to go to Zodiac. Zodiac, please. Thank you. And our name. So if you hear background noise, I apologise for any background noise you hear. Changing my character's first name. No, back. Lodmund. Lodmund Windstorm. He's going to find out if the name is acceptable. Yay! It is acceptable. So we can now begin the game with this character. And the world is currently full. So, joy. We're in a queue. Now, the way this is going to work is as I actually have a main character, and this is going to just be a side effect, side thing. So I'll do this whenever I can. We are now loading. Copyrighted music, engage.
Here. Here. Feel.
Yay. Intro. That's not actually the intro. I could play the original intro, but I'm not sure if I accidentally play it. But you can find it on YouTube. Anyway. Wait. You're right, you're right, lad. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That would be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret though. You'll soon get used to it. Feeling better, Kupu? Ah, you can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupu. We're Moogles and we live in this wood. I mean, they're the staple of every Final Fantasy game's had a Moogle. I mean, everything. Normal folk can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupu. And seeing as you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood scene has been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupu? Oh yeah, let's say Kupu after everything. And alcoholics. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupu. And yes, do miss racing with you, Winky. I saw your message. Yes. Gridania is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing that you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Well, them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Vermont's the name, and peddling's my trade. As for you, your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I one? I knew it. Going where the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call a living. So as long as you're avoiding dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to do it? Now we can say, why did you become an adventurer? Because the game told me to. So to gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or I could be the silent type and go boring, saying nothing. But we're here to win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself will win fame and what coin can't buy. When we arrive in town, you have to report to the Adventurers Guild. You'll find out everything you need to know about adventuring business in there. I just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no point in being dead, and that's a fact. It's an MMO, you cannot die. Halt, go no further. Wood Whaler. You cannot take a man seriously wearing that mask. What's this then? Whoa! What's going on? A skirmish has broken up ahead with the XIV. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells. Or shall hold them here. Try to break clear. Now that's some good skills. Huh? Yeah, it is easy to one-hit XIV. That was bleeding close. I should like the XIV to send us a welcoming party, yeah? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just take care, alright? By the way, this is your first trip to Gridania. It's not, but we're going to say it is. It's going to tell us all about Gridania. Always say yes. It is. Well then, let this journeyed merchant, this journeyed interant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. You'll be in every carriage that you go with, despite whichever city you choose to go to. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest and lushest forest in all of Ezorea. Although it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. Destruction prompted the new nasties to move in and gave the XIV needed encouragement. Birdman raids have become daily occurrences. Ah, at long last. Behold, Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Ezorea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Yeah, I want you to have this by ways of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of stone-read personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Fantasy 14. Well, a realm reborn. Right. Welcome to Gridania. She's one of the 3 city-states. Our starting city of choice. She'll also be the starting point for the Lancer and the White Maid and the Conjurer. And that is someone sending me a friend invite. Now we know who that is. You there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Betant, a wood wailer of Gridania, bearer of a stupid mask. It's my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who have yet to prove her friends. Let us see which you are. I could just shoot you. Okay. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. We can use the controller. Yeah. Don't really need to talk you through how to operate the controller. And you are ready. This is the Final Fantasy sheet. No shaman. Hello, Pat. So this is the basics controls. I'm not going to show us off as this. I'm not going to do a tutorial. We have one controls here, and you have different control schemes, and you can action things. And we have one basic power, which is just we actually know one thing, when that is how to shoot a bow. Well, that is our map. Let's speak with Bettinant. He's going to talk us through initiating quests. I know how to do that. Oh, once you accept the quest. So, you're coming to Gridania. To be recognised as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. So, you shall accept. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. I cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known to the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you're wondering. Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak with Mother Menu within, and she will take you in hand. What, literally? You have begun a quest. Yay. So I don't think I'm going to actually see any players yet until I've spoken to but this is Gridania. I have no idea why it zoomed in that. Keep the map that far, I don't need to know the ins and outs. So this is the Adventurers Guild. Again, of course we can't see any other players yet. So let's go and speak with Mother Manu. I'm butchering her name. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer. Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome. Minoon, my name, or Mother Minoon, as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honour of providing guidance to fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eye, all this seems well with our nation, but naught can be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixil and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by an ever-present threat of the Guardian Empire to the north, and not to say nothing of the Calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal, but I speak as if you were there. Forgive me, 5 years past, Ezorea is well nigh laid to waste when the dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is what people call the Calamity, aka the end of Final Fantasy 1.0. Well, Final Fantasy 14 1.0. It died a death of 1,000 Bahamets. Well, just one Bahamet. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelves Wood is spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It's improbable. But it is also true, for reasons we can ill explain. The facts surrounding the calamity surrounded in mystery. There are many versions of events, as there are people willing to recount them. Amid the hazy regulations and conflicted accounts, we agree on one thing, that Ezorea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whenever else we misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked their life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet whenever we try to say the names, the words die upon our lips. and whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. Thus, the adventurers became known as the Warriors of Light. Pray do feel daunted by the deeds of the legends. We do not ask you to become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts, and I trust you will play your part. And that all that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Score your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you use your real name. There's a special place in the seventh hell for those who use amusing aliases. Lodmund Windstorm. You're quite sure this isn't an amusing alias? Very well. From this moment forward, you're a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and bounty of the Twelvewood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another god's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very stave that Gridania needs. The older seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do not mean to disregard her will. Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders must mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the seventh hell. Ooh. Pay the outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the 12 woods of late, you see, and the wood waders feel that they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way of the folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things that they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given the catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warn to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, welcome to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Minu to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Whew. Bloody reading! This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken your first steps as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Minu. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. The main scenario quest. Basically, it's going to tell you. So these ones are the main quests. We'll have. So this is the main quest, and then we have other ones which are just normal speech marks. And there'll be normal quests. We're going to try and do everything we can. It's going to let me go and attune. Close to home, Minions, a proprietress of the Caroline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Where's our voice actress? Well, let's begin. Let's begin at the beginning, shall we? Now you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must ensure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. The first task is to visit the Ezorea. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Ezorea Plaza and not far from the car line canopy. A device that enables instantaneous transportation, and Ezorea plays a key role in the life of every wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of the bow. Speak with Anna and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would ask you to visit the markets of the heart of Olgordania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armour and all various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parson Montret and to listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so sure to offer him one of my famous ill pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here I made a batch not long ago. You have the tasks, Lodmund. Nay, no fear, guide your path. And one more thing, should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to prefer a helping hand per offer. Is that even a word? I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work may offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to trust you with matters of moment. I suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Basically, sprouts. This is what I am. I'm a sprout. Hello. Okay. So we have our quest. I don't know if there's actually any side quests. See, I don't think there are any side quests. I have 15 things which I can go and get, which I'm not going to get. And there's help. Oh, there are lots of side quests. Sanctuaries. Basically, towns. Right, I think I actually do have to speak to him anyway to get into the... Greetings, I'm the Smith, Stoker of Fires and Forger of Futures. As dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I've been trusted to ask for providing assistance to the adventurers. I see that you've recently taken up adventuring mantle, and the possibility stretching out before you is positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers of fledgling heroes and our champions of tomorrow and the nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I provide you with guidance, but the Guild also encourages a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share you with their acclimated wisdom. You can recognise these helpful men and women by their title of Mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on the aspects of adventuring, and have hundreds of quests under their belts and will likely solution whatever the dilemma might be causing you trouble. And Mentor may... I highly recommend that you take advantage of Mentor's aid and enrich your experience in Ezorea. Pray you do not hesitate to ask me if you'd like to know more. New adventurers status apply to all players recently begun their adventures. These mentors adventures. Yeah. Upon invitation by mentor, new adventurers can also gain access to the novice network through some chat. Right, so let's head out and explore Gridania. So this is the main square. This is Bernadette, who we'll speak to in a minute. Let's get acquainted to the Aetheryte. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Mother Minuin's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisa of the Wood Waders, and I know a thing or two about the Aetheryte. Yes, the big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means of travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And these devices are found in almost every corner of Ezorea. Any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are as useful as an intrepid explorer. But you need to locate them all at once, but you need not before rushing out into the wild, suggesting you start at the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. You're attuned to the Aetherite, you're now able to use the return spell. Alright, so that's the Aetherite. Then let's go and speak with Bernadette before we go. This is the Archers Guild, and these are little Aetherites. It's an Aetherite shard. Basically, these are ways to transport you around these cities. There are all the cities are massive, and to walk around them will take too bloody long. You have now access to the Ethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon the Aetherite shards. It's basically turning you around. So this is the Archers Guild. We'll speak with Embrus as well, so we need to speak with Felina. Greetings, friend. You have found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Now to think of it, you look like one of those who received Mother Minuin's gentle instructions. Very well, I shall give you the brief introduction to archery and the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by our archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weakness from afar and turn the tide of battle with a single well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you will be taught to do the same. Archeries are practiced in Gridania are born with two distinct styles of bowmanship. First is derived from the longbow centuries of the Elzian, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mitoki. As you will undoubtedly be aware, both races ultimately came to call it Twelvewood home. Though the two people began as rivals and gradually learned to live in harmony together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another, their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art known as today. For the time, the bow is primarily used for hunting, but as hunters vied for one another to prove who has the better shot, there emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in the practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus, the Archers Guild born from the ranks of the Trappers League. In the way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition, the result of our methods have been seen in the vaulted archers of the God's Quiver, many of whom spent their formative years loosing arrows in the guild's practice butts. Hope this gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do here. I do see a spark of ambition flare within your eyes. If you wish to draw the string of the finest archers in Ezorea, look no further than the Archers Guild. Before you enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the Guild Master. Once you are ready to proceed, speak with me again and we can begin seeing about your enrolment. So, let's enroll. You have resolved to join the Archers Guild. Athelina wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join. We're going to get some experience and some food, which we're going to use. The look of your eye bespeaks of determination, and we pursue with the Guildmaster the same. Lest you worry unduly, the same is a fedible and kind-hearted woman, even not of the guild. Even those not of the guild are known to seek her counsel on various matters, and even have been given fair hearing. The same awaits for your training in the area yonder. Presently, present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucine, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have a will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art. I offer you the first taste of which we teach the members of our guild. Bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike an enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, it is a myriad strategic application more than to compensate for its shortcomings. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking the leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and the deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from the distance, you can better assess the battlefield, and thereby determine the most adventurous course of action. This is the paramount import, and our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With this requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the Guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, and that they might learn to strike of vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it's no simple one to take in to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. You are resolved to complete that journey. No, I'm going to become a lancer instead. Well then, very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I need to gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars who roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In doing so, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. I doubt it will be any trouble I doubt it will trouble you unduly. Okay, we've been given a mission to go and murder some animals. So let's speak with Fremeras. Fremeras of the Archers Guild wishes you to deliver a sealed message to the markets. How, adventurer? Might you have a moment? I'm in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You can find her in the shaded bower, in the midst of the markets. Why would I not simply go and speak to her myself? Well, I'm sure that you have observed Gridanians have a tendency to be rather, in person. They can be, well, a little pickily on the little prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over this missive to the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favour from one adventurer to another. Okay. We're heading to the markets anyway, so let's go and deliver her message for her. We'll have a couple of things over there as well. Now, Gridania also is home to some of the hand disciplines of the hand. Basically, they're your crafting, gathering skills. I won't bore you with those. I'll do them off stream. Right. This is the market. Welcome to the markets. All this stuff is all locked to us. So this is Parsamont. By what right does a Fletching adventurer presume to address Parsamontret, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand any my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does naught for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you have some tasty morsel to curry my favour, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, the whole encounter reeks of Minuet's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelled the eel pie on yours a mile away. Hand it over. Smiles. The flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer needs to look no further than the rosewood and the ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'll be best to be prepared for the quantity set of weapons and armour. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stalls directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship. You needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it's potions and paraphernalia you seek, head to the north and on to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavish, stocked by widely travelled Udan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad of wares that I scarcely knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first steps in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with the price and profit. There is little more I can teach you in the mere words, so go pursue these stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for the first-hand experience, and after all, I am wary of talking unless you have another eel pie. Okay, so he has a task for us as well. Panzermonix. The master of markets, Parsamont, is willing to permit any adventurer to assist him with fulfilling an order for the Lancers Guild. I take my previous explanation did not suffice to state your curiosity. Very well, if you wish to know more of the markets, I shall give you the practical education free of charge. As master of the markets, I entertain all requests, this order from the whalers, for example, but I delegate their fulfilment to my hirelings, and that might tend to each task as I alone am capable of performing. For your personal betterment, I shall delegate this fulfillment to this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a length of bambleweed rope, and deliver them to Senguld of the Lancers Guild. There's much and more to be found in these stalls, if you have the dedication to seek it and the coin to procure it. However, my representatives, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be too eager to part with their wares, so numerous are the debts that I am owed. A fine proposition, is it not? I spared the simple task and gained priceless mercantile experience. Why, I should rightly charge you for such an opportunity, but worry not. I am a man of my word, and the terms from stand. Deliver the goods to Senguld, and she will see fit to reward you. Okay. Let's give the retainer of OK. Letter. Greetings, sir. Might you be looking to secure the services of the retainer? What's this? A missive from Femblas, you say? Whatever could this be about? Let's see now. She wants to know about the available stocks of potions at the markets. Hardly a matter that warrants a letter, much less the hiring of a courier. Why could she not ask the question in person? I sense the adventurers from beyond our borders find Gridanians somewhat difficult to deal with. Are we truly so devoid of warmth? If we mistrust outsiders, it's only because there's so many of them have brought chaos to the Twelvewood. Such a sin as theirs is not soon forgotten, yet I suppose we might endeavour to be less cold. Okay. So this is we have really nothing to get from here. So let's speak with Audric. You got discerning eyes, sir. Craftsmanship truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any manner of parsimony. Gods, if I never hear that bloody name again, it will be too soon. There I was thinking I might make some guilds today. Here, take the damn bambleweed rope off and bugger off. And Miranda. Welcome, welcome. At the behest of the good master Parsimont, you say. Montremont, you say. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company today, my lord? May I take this opportunity to say that it is an honour and a privilege to serve you. But you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes. Feel free to take as much as you require, and you will of course inform Master Parsimont that I am only too happy to accommodate his needs. Yes. Damn, they really are afraid of him. This is Gertrude. Sorry, mate, we ain't open yet. Oh, one of old Parsimont. Well then, what's this? What is it he had said you wanted? A bone spearhead. Here she is. Take it and tell that bastard we're square. Okay. Let's go and attune to this. Go and attune to this down here. Let's actually spray. Walk-ins for fools. Lodmund Sand's got a quest for us. I am a Salient. Hear me roar. Sand has need of an adventurer to deliver a message. Do people deliver messages? You there, adventurer. Could you deliver a message for me? My superior, Millicent, is stationed outside at the Alpha Filial. She's doubtless busy, and I am past due to be relieved. Long past due, truth be told. However, I can't simply abandon my post. Speak with her with me, would you? But choose your words wisely. She has a bit of a temper. And let's speak with Estate. Stain, the caretaker of the Keto Amphitheatre, needs an adventurer to help her tidy up. Greetings, adventurer. Come see the Miketo's famed amphitheatre, have you? I am Stain, caretaker of this fine centrepiece of Gordanian culture, and I fear I must needs trouble you for your assistance. You see, it's not only well-meaning men like yourself who are drawn to this place. The simps often visit on the dread of night, long after our citizens have long gone to bed. We have no particular objection to their presence, and they seem grateful for the accommodation. So much so, in fact, that the last night they left us a token of appreciation in the form of vegetables, and lots of vegetables. Their generosity is more than welcome, of course, but the sheer quantity of the things makes gathering them all something of a chore. And it's not as if I don't have enough to do already. In short, I would be most grateful for your help if you could give me. Okay, so simps are, well, we'll cover the simps at some point. So pick up some vegetable offerings that the simps have left behind. But it wouldn't be an MMO without fetch quests. We'll get outside the city at some point. Okay, so you know ticks are basically where we can give it. Well done, friend. Miketo's herself would sing your praise. She knew well the power of art, how it could strengthen the soul of the nation and preserve its history for the future generations. This amphitheatre was her greatest gift to Gordania, and it was her wish that all folk use it freely, not only for performances and festivals, but as a place to share memories and make new ones. I wonder if the simps come here to do just that. That said, I do wish they could find other ways to express their gratitude. We have no need of vegetables here, but mayhap the Carline canopy make use of them. Anyway, thanks be to the elementals for bringing you here today. Let's go and get this guy his relief from Millicent. Who's at the leather workers guild. What's this all about? Lodmund Sand says he needs his break. The nerve of that sliveling little shite crying for a relief at a time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we are since the business with the Ixal the other day? And sending a bloody unknown venturer to do his bleating no less. That self-serving sod thinks only of his own woes, rubbing his sore soles while welcoming all manner of gill-grabbing venturers into our holy wood. Useless bloody fool. Makes my blood boil, it does. Yeah, but it's not you. I should be giving a piece of me mind to. You seem a decent enough sort of considering. Still, understand that it's our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Any road, I appreciate you. I appreciate you lending an ear to my subordinate, damn fool that he is. Go on then and stay out of trouble. Okay, using items. Generally don't use the items. Yeah, I have a massive stockpile of these bloody things. And did I tune to... I don't know if I tuned to the amphitheater, did I? Did I tune to the amphitheater? And did I just run past it? I didn't want to run past it. Okay. Right, let's go and grab some more quests. So this is Melaine. The conjurer Melaine seeks an assistance for her frantically busy student in sense and sensibility. You there? Are you an adventurer? Yes, good. I have a task for you. Take yourself over to the Conjurer's Guild and speak with my student, Ezorea. She has her hands full preparing for an allergies and would likely welcome your assistance. In her excitement of becoming a conjurer, I fear my young disciple is pushing herself beyond the limits of her endurance. Enthusiasm is all well and good, but it would not do so as an initiate collapses from exhaustion. Oh, head down there anyway, because we need the we need the Ephraim shard. I think when we get level 5, excuse me, we can actually pick up level 5 or level 30, I don't know, we can pick up another class. There is Ezorea. Yes, I am Ezorea, but I am also awfully beat. Oh. You say that Lady Melaine herself has asked you to assist me. In that case, I suppose you might lend a hand, especially as mine appear to be shaking, though only very slightly. Not that it's anything to worry about. Mere nervous energy. I would be exceedingly grateful for you to take this Azuma Rose Oil Refill sensors. There are 2 that require attention. Please make care not to disturb the conjurers amid their meditations. You must be as quiet and unobtrusive as possible. There's a sensor. Need that. It's not about key items, which we're just doing. Don't really care. It's just not a tutorial. It's a playthrough. Free to play if you want to play it. And Ezorea. My thanks. I admit that being rather impressed by how faithfully you follow my instructions. I had always considered adventurers to be an uncouth and rowdy lot, but I see that you are capable of courtesy as well. Lady Melina's fine eye for character. You should feel honoured that she chose you for the task. Right, we're going to pick up. We don't need Aoife because we're not a magic-based character. And she's got another quest for us. Ezorea is busy with preparations for an upcoming ceremony and needs an adventurer to bring her scarlet oil. she's going to give us well, this is a level 3 task, so we'll do it. She's going to give us some pieces of armor we can't actually use. You see, I'm preparing the forthcoming allergies then when I found, to the great embarrassment, that we lack the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it is too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as they're found near the bannock. 6 of the Velikin should yield the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it. Did I cut her off? I think I cut her off when she was talking to me. Hold on a second. I seem to have changed it to a Yorkshire time. Let's reset that. Local time. How long have we got? So it's nearly 12 o'clock. So right. Really should go out and do some venturing and go and kill something. We're in tasked with killing some ladybugs. We've been tasked with killing 6, well, 3 for the guild, and then we're also going to go and speak with Mother Minion. Right, what does Sameline have for us? A botanist named Sameline is hoping that an adventurer will pick up some scattered rose hips for her. Okay, stop. Right there, not another step. I apologise if I startled you, but please be careful. The ground here is covered in rose hips. You see, my seed pouch had grown so threadbare that I had finally split open. Unbeknown to myself, I've been scattering and Mia's rose hips all along this road. Oh, good sir, if you would help me gather them, I would be so grateful. Thank you. Your kindness is truly a blessing from the elementals. The rose hips could be lying on the road between here and the Great Loom Growery. Remember to tread lightly, lest you cross them underfoot. Oh, she's got 6 of them. I mean, how the hell are you going to crush them? Look at the size of the bloody things. And this is the botanists. One of the gathering class. Turn that to let's go around and tune to the botanist area. Also another quest here as well. Down in the garden. Down at the bottom of the garden. Among the birds and the bees. They're called the pottards and peas. Once bitten, twice shy. A botanist named Elfarid needs an adventurer to make a delivery on his behalf. God damn it, another adventurer. You're like flies to muck. Whatever Granania did to deserve such a plague, I'd know not. I suppose times are changing and they keep telling me I should, and perhaps you might be. Oh, God's help me. Just take this as a rose to the watering in the still glade farm, will you? Well, why are you still standing here? Go deliver the bloody rose. Really need to use sprint more. Right, let's go and give Samarain her. I think it's her. Yeah, it's her. Good sir, pray tell me you have recovered all the rose hips and the abandoned not one onto a traveller's boot. Blessings be upon you. I feared this path would be lined with roses next year. Not that such a wondrous sight would be wholly objectionable, but Azima and roses are ill-suited for this location. As a botanist, it's my responsibility to see that Gordania's plants grow and thrive in the most ideal conditions. A place for every seed, and every seed in its place, you might say. 'Tis was a gracious of you to aid me in my time of need. I pray the elementals extend you the same kindness. Okay, let's head up past up to the north of the city. Go to the Lancers Guild. And the tune there. This is also the achievements guy. And that is Yumifra. She is the summoner's job, but we will be covering that at another point, because I will be doing other classes. So this is the Lancers Guild, also the boat here to the Lavender Beds, which is a player's housing. So right, you have attuned yourself to all the right shards in Gridania. The Blue Badger Gate and Yellow Serpent Gate and the airship landing are now accessible as Aetherite destinations. Basically, we did good. We covered the entire city. We can now actually exit the city. So this is Sengrud. What business have you with me, adventurer? You come upon the bidding of Master Parsamontret. So soon. I am impressed. I placed my order an initial time ago, and yet all the items I have requested truly Master Parsamontret is every bit as resourceful as they say. You are fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mould yourself in his image if you have any aspirations as a merchant. Give us some gil experience. Now level 3. Speak with Bryson. Quarrels with squirrels. Bryson, the Lance Guild wants the fledgling adventure to deal with the squirrel problem. A fresh-faced adventurer. The manner of person I wish to meet. Lancers Guild is looking for someone to track down and exterminate half of a dozen squirrels. The infernal pests have been squeezing in under our floorboards every year for the past several moons and gnawing away at the support pillars. They have yet to inflict any serious structural damage, thank the builder, but I am hesitant to bring such a trifling matter before the wood waders or the gods quiver. Hence my delight at your timely arrival. Why, an adventurer who would not dispatch such woodland nuisances is not worthy of the name, not here in Gridania at any rate. And you know what becomes of an incapable adventuress. But perhaps it is best you do not. Squirrels of which I spoke can be found at the central shroud. Return to me once you have disposed of them, assuming the task is not beyond you. For your sake, I sincerely hope it's not. Okay, so he wants me to murder squirrels. Yeah, the conjurer wants me to murder ladybugs. Let's head back to the central plaza to go. I think there was a few more to pick up. Probably ones to kill more innocent animals. Well, not so innocent. We'll head back out to the thing, complete these tasks, and then we'll call it a day. There's some artillery over here. This is the Carpenters Guild, and this is Adele. What's Adele going to give us? So, preserving the past. She's going to give us wind shards and grade 1 dark matter. Adele is looking for an adventure to deliver a forgotten item. An adventurer, precisely what we needed. Not a moment ago, we dispatched our newest recruit, Artur, to inspect Min Canetta's amphitheatre. We're going to be the young Hyur. He's more spirit than sense, and he charged off without his tools. Suffice to say, he won't be getting any work done. Would you be so kind to deliver them to him? Wonderful. Seek out Lorik in the acorn orchard behind the atrium. He should have Arthur's tools. Okay. Let's also speak with Nicolax. Nicolax needs an assistance of a kind adventurer for friendship. I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for a reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make Aline laugh. She's no good with strangers, so you should introduce yourself politely with a bow. Right, we're going to be doing emotes. Be careful of them. I don't know how to do them. So Aline. Come over to Aline. Now we can do it two ways. You can come in here and go to number 8 and then find emotes, which is, so click on her, emotes, and we bow. Hi. That seemed to work. She's still so sad. Try sharing the joy in your heart with her, then prove how nice you are. Joy, 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 joy. You're odd. I think she's starting to like you. Good. Now, here that has broken the ice, I bet you that you'll surprise her and start dancing. She'll laugh her head off. Hey, you're a really good dancer, mister. That looked fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Thank you. You're pretty good at this. Annie lost her father 5 years ago during all the fighting. She hasn't laughed much since then. So I wanted to. I mean, we all worried, but a lot of the Orlonians have been following me around lately, and you wouldn't understand. Anyway, thanks for the help. There's Eric. I double sent you. Give me a moment. Here they are, still fresh and unused as the day he got them. Doubt he's even realised he'd left the bloody things behind. First day and he forgets his tools. Daft sod needs to kick up the ass. Needs to kick up the ass. Gentle way of saying, kick up the ass. A good adventurer is hard to find, but that is searching for adventures eager to prove their mettle. Newly come to Gridania, are you in search of fame and fortune, perhaps? If you have confidence in your ability, I urge you to speak with Cancelot of the God's Quiver. You can find him standing vigil before the Archers Guild. The creatures of the Tworswood are behaving most unnaturally of late, and have fallen to the God's quiver to pacify them. Alas, they are solely undermanned. For this reason, they seek adventurers to supplement their ranks. I'm certain if you offer aid, he will be well received. Right, and then we'll finally get out of Gridania and start murdering things. Chancellor. Oops. Bernadette sent you to me. Well, inexperienced or not, you wish to prove your worth to the people of Gridania. You're right to come. Do you wish to prove yourself, or do you not? Chancellor of the God's Quivers testing adventures by sending them to slay fungus. Ordinarily, the forest fungus that inhabit the central shard are not more than a nuisance. However, we have received reports that vast clouds of the creature's spores have rendered parts of the Tworswood impassable and ruined crops besides. We periodically cull the fungal population in order to prevent such occurrences, but the creatures have taken to spawning out of season, making it even more difficult to keep their numbers in check. Though this is indeed a troubling development, the God's Quiver are more pressing concerns and can ill afford to waste time fighting fungus. If you wish to prove yourself, go to the central shroud and exterminate 6 of the pest. Use caution and approach them one at a time, lest your adventure in the career be cut disappointingly short. Okay. And we need to go and give him his tools. And then we can go outside the city gates. Well, first things first. We need to go and speak with Mother Minuin and anyway. What? I'm terribly busy right now and would thank you not to bother me. I'm a carpenter for the prestigious Oak Artrum and I hire repairs to... Where did I put my... Oh God, I take it you're from the guild too then. What's this? What's that? Adele sent you with my tools. Yes, I actually just about to go and this is so embarrassing. My apologies. It's just I've been so focused at the task at hand. You know, it's a miracle this amphitheatre even survived the calamity. It was the Carpenter's Guild that saved it, moving it piece by piece and rebuilding it. When I saw that they had done for Gridania, I knew that I wanted to be. But gods, when they told me my first task was to come here. Anyway, thank you for bringing me my tools. You're new to the Oak Archroom too, right? Well, let's both work hard and they're good for the guild, eh? Oh, and may the elementals watch over you and keep you safe. Well, actually. Congratulations, you just received your first achievement. Achievements are earned by awards and titles. So, character. Is it giving us a title? No. Alright. So we need to deliver the rosewood to over to Wardred. So let's go and do that down at the Conjurer's Guild. There is Wardred. Welcome adventurer to the Conjurer's Guild. We commune with the elementals and heed their guidance, yet I must confess the elementals did not whisper of your coming. We did indeed request an Azuma rose from Ephred, but should you bring this to us, his stead means that something wondrous has happened. Alfred is long held a grudge against many adventurers who have passed through the Gridania's gates. His beloved flowers are renowned for their beauty, you see, and were once so highly coveted in old art collectors that they were picked nigh to extinction by fortune-seeking foreigners. Yet, if this peace we desire, we must all learn to look beyond mistrust born of the past and overcome their prejudice. So has the elder seed seer taught us, and so we do live. I doubt it was easy for Alfred to trust the Azuma rose to you. When he hears we have received it, he will come to know that not all outsiders are deserving of scorn. Truly, this is a will of the elementals that you come to us this day. Please accept this token of our gratitude. Right, let's go and speak with Menu, Canopy, and then let's go and kill something. Show off the thing, and then we can hand in those quests and then be merry. Of course, I'm going to start having mismatched armour and I'm going to look ridiculous. Right, not much I can do about that. So let's go speak with Mayun. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little task, I trust. 3 locations you visited will feature predominantly in your life as an adventurer. It's best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the words of the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are obliging, Lodmund. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the ways of those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in your struggles to come. We're now level 4. We now have raging strikes. Still haven't killed anything yet. Wishes you to adventurers to instruction and the Bandok. Lodmund, have you visited the Bandok in your wanderings? It's a training ground found just outside the city where soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in sword play and other martial matters. I mention this because the acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Ganfrid, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you do not stray far from the path, for Twadwood is no place for merry strolls through the underbush. I have another few quests here from Celia. Right. These two want. Celis desires of desertion of labour. Celestine, a world-weary veteran of many adventures, is looking for an inexperienced young soul to take a delivery on her behalf. Hey, boy, you seem unoccupied. You know the Bandok, I trust. Fancy taking a bag of basic provisions over for them for me. It's not too heavy, mostly filled with dried meats and other land rations. It's a straightforward job, and I'll do it with a smile and spring in my step. If I had 10 years younger, alas, my tastes have matured, advanced to the higher level, you might even say. It's a perfect little task for someone fresh-faced like you. Worry not, you'll receive an appropriate compensation upon delivery, which you may keep with my blessings. Right, this is Tessarossa. Tessarossa needs someone to return to an iron scaffold he accidentally took from the Tree Speak stables. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 grind. What the? This isn't a... I must have mistaken this metal bit for a nut whilst I was foraging for food in the forest. A spare snaffle misplaced. A spare snaffle replaced with some sorry soul from the Tree Speaks table. I suspect it was their vague vacancy that I amassed in the majority of my mysticable morsels. Well, I already have a healthy helping of these nuts, so I won't be walking for a while. May I trouble you to take these to the Tree Speak stables in my stead? Prior to parting, pray speak to by the Branderbolt of the Yellow Serpent Gate. Listen well to his directions, or you'll be liable to get lost. Right, we're not going to do that one. In that takes us to the Central Shroud. I don't think it does. It takes us to the other shroud. Let's go and speak with him. And he's going to get some killing done. Which I do before breakfast. I think it is the Central Shroud it takes us to. No shroud. We are too weak to go that way. I know that from experience. An errand for the glutton of Alarfeld. Past this gate to the west you'll find Treespeak stables. In memory serves, an iron snaffle of yours looks like a kind that they use chocobo birdles. Bodwine would be the fellow to ask for that, of course. He looks after the chocobos there, you see. He could well be, he has need of that snaffle. But we are too weak to enter the North Shroud. Let's head to the south. Let's head to the Central Shroud. And start killing things. So, this is the Central Shroud. Yay. This is the Central Shroud. There is Branchback, which we've been told to go to. Chocobo Keep as well. There's the Bannock. And no shroud. So, battle! Let's now get some killing done. So, come here and we shoot. Boink! And boink. There's the squirrel dead. And we've also... Right, that binding... basically means that now this is ours. It's called Spirit Bound. We can get murdering innocent animals. Because it's fun. One more squirrel. Squirrel is murdered. Ladybug's done. Right. Finger. Combat in the game is pretty straightforward. We are not going to be doing a fate, you're gonna fuck right off. Get more experience with fates, but I am not going anywhere near a fate. Fungar. Alright, let's go ahead to and hand in these quests down at the Bannock, and then that I will end in, and then we'll return to Gridania. Let's head back to Gridania, then we'll end it there. We'll transport, but that costs guilt. I'm trying to say guilt. At least you've got to see some combat. And then we'll head down to Bannock, down to the Bannock. We'll hand in all these quests, and then we'll head down to the Bannock and complete those questions, get into an area of safety. I don't want to log out in an area of not safety. It's just my way. Well, I hope this will become a proper series. We'll also pick up our level 5 quest from the Guild Master as well. Anyway, the Big B82, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate your thumbs up as well. And I will see you in the next part of this adventure in Final Fantasy XIV, and well, a Realm Reborn. And then we'll try and get as far into the game as possible. So then, thank you very much. Ciao for now.